What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and I'm really, genuinely excited to teach you London by Third Eye Blind from their 1997 debut major label album. This comes to us from my second favorite guitar player of all time, Kevin Cadogan, and from my #1 favorite album of all time in the whole wide world universe. This song has some really cool guitar parts, obviously, because it's Kevin Cadogan. We are in D add 9 tuning, which is probably my favorite tuning he uses. All right, so let's dive into the first riff. This is a lot of fun. We have basically 3 power chords, 9, 7, and 12. And when you're in drop D, you can just hold the 3 thickest strings together, and that makes your power chord. So pretty cool there. I'm gonna start with my middle finger, holding 9 on the thickest 3 strings. I'm gonna bend my fingers backward like a banana, because then that allows me to block the 3 highest strings, highest in pitch, the 3 thinnest strings. So I've got 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, and then block, block, block. So, and then we're gonna do this quarter step bend at 8 on the 3rd string, which is a little tricky, with a pinch harmonic if you can add that, okay? So hit that 8, and then just a slight pull down towards the floor with your index finger. You don't do a quarter step bend like right away. It's kind of this little whip. Pretty much no guitar player does a quarter step bend just immediately. It's like this little whip thing. Sort of like that. So I would try it that way. And if you can get that pinch harmonic, check that out. And then to 2, 7. So I'm gonna go down, pluck, up, down, down. And that up is gonna be muted. And then we're gonna go back to the 9. And chuck a 9. Like that, or probably with the index finger. It doesn't matter, either index or the ring finger. And then to 12, same thing with the 10 on the 3rd string. And then back to 7. So we got 12, 10, chuck 7, 7, chuck a 7. So let me play that whole riff slowly. Okay, and then the last time through, you're gonna go 5, 4, 2, 4 with those power chords. The only other variation we have on that is sometimes there's a whole step bend on 12 on the 2nd string with a huge pinch harmonic, which I'm not getting very well right now. And then the verse basically is the same thing, but just without the extra single note. So that's how it goes. Let me slow that down. Let me slow it down even a little more. I highly recommend slowing this way down and counting it as you play. If you can learn how to count rhythm, I don't feel like guitar players necessarily need to learn how to read music, but I do believe every guitar player should learn how to read rhythm, okay? It will help you immensely. That brings us to the pre-chorus. Really fun and quite a bit easier to play. So we've got 7th fret, power chord, but then you're gonna not block the highest 3 strings. You're gonna let the 2 highest notes ring open. So we basically have 7, 7, 7, block, 7, 7. Then we're gonna go to 5, 5, 7, And then eventually open that up for those higher strings to ring as well. A signature Kevin Cadigan move. Something kind of like that. And then power chord at 9, this B5 with those open strings. Back to 7. And then I find that when you do a chukka chukka, it's best to go down to those lower strings. Up here, it's okay. Down here, it really sounds beefier. So mute those strings and chukka. So we have... When faces change, we're no good for each other. Right? Kind of like that. So we got 7, 5 with the 7, to 9, 7, all right, so we've got 7 to 5 to 9 to 7, chukka chukka, and then 7 to 5, and then we're into the chorus. This is really cool. Oh, I love that chord. We've got 10, 10, 10, 12, 10, 10. That is so nice. You could come up with some really cool ideas with that. So it's just straight eighth notes for this. The second shape is 12, open, open, 12, open, open. Then back to that 10, 10, 10, 12, 10, 10. And then just 5. Full bar across 5. So that chorus. And you just play that twice, and that's it. Then we're back to the intro, another verse, another pre-chorus, and then for the bridge... The rhythm part for the bridge is really easy. It's just... So we just got B5 at 9, down, up, down, up, down, and then C5 at 10, D5 at 12, E flat 5 at 13. That's it. And then while that's going on, we have another guitar with a phaser on it. There's several different ways to play this. The simplest way is to just play it on the first string. So we have 3 pull off to 2 and then pluck open. And then 3 pull off to 2, 5 on the second string, 3 on the third string, add a little vibrato, and then up to 4. So over the B, C, D, and then over the E flat, we have that note, right? Also, sometimes I'll just bend the last note, so it's... and not pick it again. So that's a really cool way to phrase that. And then we're just back to another chorus, and then we're back to the intro for the outro. And then if you can pull off that little feedback at the end. So I'm guessing they were playing through a super loud amp at the studio, and then as soon as he hit that last chord, some feedback came out. It's cool. It's those little moments that Eric Valentine produced on this album that just gives it so much color and character. So fun fact, I got to share with like a kid at the Blink-182 concert at Dickies the other night here in Fort Worth. Third Eye Blind, they were asking me, they were like, well, if Blink's your all-time favorite band, like what's your all-time favorite album or something? I was like, Third Eye Blind's very first album, check it out. And so this kiddo looked up the lyrics to Losing a Whole Year because, you know, the concert's getting ready to start. It's loud. You can't hear anything on a phone. So they're just reading the lyrics. And they were like, whoa, that's cool. And I was like, yes. So not only are Third Eye Blind like lyrically invigorating, but also musically stimulating. It gives you everything that you could want. So that was fun, kind of passing that on to the next generation. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think of this song. Where does it rank on the album for you? I love every single song on this album, and it's a perfect album, let's face it. Anyway, if you dig this, hey, check out unlimitedguitar.com or ericbourassa.com. You know, it's all good, but unlimitedguitar.com if you're interested in working with me as me being your guitar coach, your guitar teacher, and coming alongside you and giving you some direction in your playing and helping you get from wherever you are right now to that next level. I know a lot of guitar players come to me are like stuck and kind of unmotivated and sort of uninspired. And so us working together helps you get unstuck and kind of having fun playing guitar again. And it's super fun because we get to work together directly. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next times.